students, today we will solve the repeating question of exercise 1.3. So the fifth question is, what can the maximum number of digits be in the recurring block of the digit in the decimal expansion of 1 by 17? Okay, suppose we have one example. I am just taking here. This is 421 up to infinite times. Okay, so you are seeing here, this is after point 421 is in a repeating manner. Okay, so this repeating digits, if we will count how many digits, 1 2 3. So the same question it is asking that how many digits are in recurring block when we will divide 1 by 17. Okay, so let's see. For that we have to perform the division. 1 by 17. Okay, perform the division here, and this board is little small because on lockdown I just have this resource, so I'm managing with it, so please try to adjust. So I have performed this division and I get these digits in as a quotient. Okay, so the last, after performing this, we get 1. Okay, so the whole performance which we have done to get this 1, and 1 where we have started with the 1, and then again in remainder we found 1, which means the whole performance we will repeat again. Okay, so how many digits we found in our recurring block? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. These are the 16 digits which we have found in our recurring block, which will be in repeating manner we will perform. If next operation in we will expand this operation, then we will find the same digit in a repeating manner. These all 16 digits we will find again in next operation if we will expand the division. Okay, so this digit is 16. Now next question. In that, look at several examples. These are the examples, okay, of rational number in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0. Obviously, if it is rational number, q should not be 0 and it will be in the form of p by q. Integers with no common factor. The p and q should having no common factor other than 1. It should having 1 should be factor, but not other digits is in a common factor place. Okay, the having decimal terminating, the decimal should be terminating. We will divide and then find out is it terminating or not. Okay, expansion. So what property q must satisfy? Okay, so we just divide it, we will get 2.5, 1.25, 0.4, 0.2, and this will be 0.3125. Okay, so you are seeing here these all decimal expansion are terminating, which is already mentioned in question. Okay, so which property q must have satisfied? This is our position of p, this is q. So let's see, can we write it 5 by 2? So q, you are seeing this simply 5 by 2. Can we write it 5, 2 cross 2? Yes, we can write it. This will be 5 only. Can we break it into 5 cross 2? Yes, we can break it. Now the next is 2 cross 2 cross 2 cross 2. Can we break in this form? So what are you seeing here? We are seeing that 2 having 1. Can we write in the form of power? 2 the power 2. 5 to the power obviously 1. 5 cross 2, and this will be 2 the power 4. So you are seeing the pattern here that the 2 should be in the power. The q must have 2 or any power of 2. So what we can write it? We can write to the power n, where n should be any number like 1, 2, 3 up to infinite. Okay, and in this question you are seeing that 5 also having a power. Okay, it is also in the form of 5. 5 to the power m. It should satisfy two conditions. One is to the power n. Q must be have to the power n or 5 to the power m. Where again m should be any number 1, 2, 3, any positive integer, right? But in this you are seeing there are two factors, 5 and 2 both. So it has a third type, which is saying it must have satisfied to the power n or 5 to the power n. This could be satisfied. So it could also satisfy this condition. So three condition it must should satisfy to find the terminating decimals. First is, let's write here. First is the q must have in the form of to the power n or must in the form of 5 to the power m or must in the form of to the power n cross 5 to the power n. These are the conditions which q should satisfy to find the terminating decimals in the rational number. Okay, now next question. Write three numbers those decimal expansion are non-terminating and non-recurring. So this is the third type of decimal expansion. So we know that third type is irrational number. So we can give any example of irrational number. So we know root 2. This is irrational number. Root 3. This is also irrational number, and root 5. So the decimal, you can take root 7 also, but it is asking for only 3 examples. So root 2 example is it's a decimal expansion is 1.414 something. Then root 3, this is 1.73205, and root 5 is 2.236 something. So these are the decimal expansion of this digit. Find three different irrational number between rational number 5 by 7 and 9 by 11. So first we expand in the decimal form. 5 by 7. It is less than 7, so we will point here, put point here and add 1 0. 7 sevens are 49. 1s are 4s are 7 2s are 7 8s are 7 5s are 35. What we will get? 5 in remainder. Okay, and this is the quotient, and it will be in a repeating manner because we have started with the 5 and now in remainder we are finding 5, which means this all operation will going to repeat again. Okay, now next is 9 by 11. So this is the decimal expansion of 5 by 7. 9 is again less than 11, so we will put point here 0. 11 8s are 88. 11 1s are 11. Then again what we are getting? 9. It will be infinite times. So again we will get 8 1 and it will go infinite times. Okay, so these two we get as a decimal expansion of both numbers. Now for irrational number, to finding the irrational number between these two numbers, we should know some condition. The number should be non-terminating after point. The decimal should be non-terminating plus non-recurring. So we can take any digits of this format. Okay, so between 0.71 to 0.81, we can take 0.73, then put 0. Then again, any other number like 7, 3, 2, 1, 2, 0, 5, up to infinite time, just like that. Second number we are taking, because between rational number we have already seen infinite numbers are existing between two rational numbers. So there could be infinite numbers between these two numbers. So we can take any of number, but it should follow this condition. 7, 4, 2, 1, 8, 9, 8, 0, 0, 0, and so on. Other number 0.750, 7500, 75000, 754 times 0, and so on, infinite times. So these are the three digits between these two digits. But you can take any digit, but it should follow this condition. And it should be between 0.71 and 0.81. Okay. 9 is classify the following number as a rational or irrational. So we know the property of rational number. If we will expand in the decimal form, the digit should be terminating, and another type is non-terminating plus recurring. And for the irrational number, we know it should be non-terminating plus non-recurring. Okay, so the first question is root 23. So all the numbers which are not perfect square. Okay, if we will find out the root of that number, we will not found the after point, we will not found the digits in a repeating manner, right? We could found this 0.1241271298, something like that, up to infinite times. So is there any digit are in repeating manner? No, the digit are not following any pattern. So the same which happened with the root 23. So this will be irrational number because it come in this form, non-terminating plus non-recurring. Okay, now next question is 20 to 25. We just break it simply. So what we will get? Okay, under the root we will get this, and if we will find out the root of these numbers, what we will get? 5 cross 3, which means 15. So it is a perfect square, which means it is a rational number. Okay, so this is the rational number. Now next question is 0.3796. Simply you are seeing that we can count the digit after the point 1, 2, 3, 4. It is finite times, which means it come in this form, terminating. So that is also rational number. And next question is 7.478, 478, 478. The 478 is in a repeating manner in finite times. So it will come in which context? In this form, non-terminating, because digits are not going to terminate. It is in a repeating manner, and recurring. It is following a pattern 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. After all these these digits are going to repeat again and again up to infinite time. So it is also a rational number. Now fifth one is 1.101001001 4 times 0 and then 1, and it is going to infinite times. So we are seeing here the after point, the digits are not going to terminate. It is going to infinite times. Okay, and it is not following any pattern. So this will come in this non-terminating and non-recurring. So this is irrational number. Okay. So guys, this exercise has been. Now exercise 1.4, visualize 3.765 on the number line using successive magnification. Okay, so for that we just draw a number line and divide in equal parts. This is the origin. 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and minus 4. Okay, so this number is somehow positive, so it will always lie between the positive side. So it will, just forgot this digit, just see this one, 3.7. It is lie between 3 and 4. But this is a small portion and we can't easily see it on number line. So we just draw another number line with this measurement 3 and 4. And we just divide it into 10 equal parts. So if we are dividing it in a 10 equal parts, the digit will come between these two digits are 9. So we just mark here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, these are the numbers which will lie between 3 and 4 because we have divided into 10 equal parts. But how we will know the first measurement in this number line? So there is a formula. Suppose this is P number and this is Q number. So we simply subtract Q minus P and divide, in which divide by 10. Why? Because we have to divide this line into 10 equal parts. If we were dividing it in a 9 equal parts, so we were divided in by number 9. Okay, so this will be 4 minus 3 by 10. So what will become 0.1. Okay, and we just add this number to this 3. So first measurement will be 3.1. The same, when again we will add with 3.1, the second one will be 3.2. Same as 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, 3.8, 3.9 and then 4. Okay, so 3.7 we found this. Now just see the another digit, 3.76. It is somehow lie between 3.7 and 3.8. So the same we will magnify this in 10 equal parts. So this will be 3.7 and this will be 3.8. So the same process we will do. 3.8 minus 3.7 upon, we are dividing in 10 equal parts, upon 10, 0.1 upon 10, 0.01. Now we will add 0.01 with this. And first we are dividing it in 10 equal parts. So we are marking 9 digits between these two digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So the first measurement, we add this digit with this. That will be 3.71, 3.72, 3.73, 3.74, 3.75, 3.76, 3.77, 3.78, 3.79 and then 3.8. Now the next digit is 5. We found the 3.76 on number line, right? Now we have to show this number on number line, 3.765. it is somehow 765, 3.765 somehow lie between 3.76 and 3.77. So we will magnify this. I'm drawing here. This is 3.76 and this is 3.77. Again we will divide into 10 equal parts. 3.77 minus 3.76 divided by 10. What we will get this time, we will get 0.001. Okay, and we simply add this to this digits. 3.761, 3.762. We are dividing in 9 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, sorry, 10 equal parts and we are marking 9 digits. Okay, we are dividing in 10 equal parts. For that, we are marking 9 digits between two these digits. 3.762, 3.763, 3.764, 3.765. This will be 3.766, 3.767, 3.768, 3.769. Okay, now 3.765. This is the position of 3.765. This is the successive magnification method. We are just magnifying all the portion which was very small to understand the real position of the lies 4.26 bar on the number line up to 4 decimal places. So you are seeing this is 4.26 bar. So we'll expand it like 4.262626 up to infinite time, and it is saying you have to show up to 4 decimal places. So we will take 4 digits after decimal. 4.2626. We should show this on number line. So simply we will draw a number line, mark the origin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, same and negative side. Okay, now we have 4 and 5. We just see the first digit after decimal, that is 2, 4.2. So this will be lie between 4 and 5. So we will take another number line and mark the position 4 and 5 and divide it into 10 equal parts, which means 9 digits will be lying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we should, how we will measure it? The first measurement will be 5 minus 4 divided by 10, that will be 0.1, and we will add this 0.1 to this 4, that means 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4, 4.5, 4.6, 4.7, 4.8, 4.9 and 5. Okay, so this 4.6, sorry 4.2 we have found here. Now just see the another digit, that is 4.26. So that will be between 4.2 and 4.3. Now we will magnify this position. 4.2, 4.3. Same we will divide in 10 equal parts. So first will be 4.21, 4.22, 4.23, 4.24, 4.25, 4.26, 4.27, 4.28, 4.29, and the next will be 4.3 automatically. Now just visualize another digit after point. Now we know the position of 4.26. Now we should know the position of 4.262, which will be lie between 4.26 and 4.27. So just draw another number line. I hope this is visual to you. 4.26 and 4.27, and again we will divide in 10 equal parts. So first will be 4.261, 4.262, 4.263, 4.264, 4.265, 4.267, 4.268, 4.269, 269, and the next one will be 4.27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 1, 4, 6, 5. Oh, we missed 6, 6. This will be 4.266. This will be 4.267. This will be 4.268, and this will be 4.269. Now we know the position of 4.262. That will be here. This is the position of 4.262, and we should know the position of 4.2626, which will be lie between 4.262 and 4.263. So we will take another number line. I'm rubbing it. What we have to show 4.2626. Okay. So this will be 4.262 position, and this will be 4.26, 4.263. We are magnifying this portion. Okay. Again we will divide it into 10 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Again we will start the showing the digits same. We will subtract these digits and divide by 10. So what we will get? The first position we will get 4.2621. 4.2622. This will be 4.2623. This will be 4.2624. This will be 4.2625. This position will be 4.2626. This will be 4.2627, 4.2628, 4.2629. Right? So where we have to mark 4.2626. This is the position of 4.2626 on number line. This will be the answer. Final expression. Okay.